Tiger Woods is back on top of the golf world with a historic Sunday at the Masters. I'll have more on that later in the Sportscast. But speaking of history, Mizzou baseball has never won a series against mighty LSU. In fact, Missouri only had one win in 15 games before this weekend series. Mizzou playing the rubber game against 8th-ranked LSU today. The bats were alive early and often. Bottom second, Tony Ortiz with a towering fly ball to right, and it's gone for a 3-run homer and a 3-0 lead. 5-0 Mizzou in the fourth, and Chris Cornelius would go to right as well for a double that would eventually one-hop the wall. Alex Peterson scores, and it's 6-0 Mizzou against the powerhouse baseball program, LSU. In the eighth, Cameron Meisner shows you why he's a big-time MLB prospect. He demolishes the ball. 457 feet later, it's a 2-run homer. Missouri wins 11-5. It's Mizzou's first SEC Series win over LSU in program history. The Mizzou softball team trying to avoid a 3-game sweep at 15th-ranked Ole Miss. A huge fourth inning for the Tigers. Kara Decker with an RBI single. Hattie Moore is safe at the plate. Game's tied up at 1. Next batter, Kobe Romaine doubles into left field corner. Kim Wirt scores, and it's 2-1 Mizzou. The Tigers add 3 more in the inning on an Ole Miss error and a sac fly. Mizzou wins 5-2. Moving to football, Mizzou is all about family, and that was evident in Saturday's Black and Gold spring game as multiple Tigers came back to support their former teammates. Drew Lock was on hand to watch new Tiger QB Kelly Bryant, who shined in the spring game, completing 12 of 17 passes for 150 yards. Former offensive lineman Paul Adams also took in the game. Lock and Adams say they were impressed with how the team played as both are preparing for the NFL draft. Lock's projected as a first-round pick and thinks he has the versatility to be successful in the NFL.
I think the biggest thing I can bring is, I'm a steady head. If you think about it, we went through a lot of good things here, went through a lot of bad things here. So if I go to a team that was really good and, has a Q, or a team that was bad and needs a Q, there's not one situation you can't throw me in that I don't think I'll be ready for.
The NFL draft starts on April 25th. Meanwhile, Mizzou will start fall camp in early August. The Tigers open the season on August 31st at Wyoming. Moving to high school hoops, Rockbridge star Isaiah Mosley was named the Mr. Show Me Player of the Year by the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, and former Mizzou Tiger Haley Frank was the Girls Show Me winner. Meanwhile, Jefferson City's Caitlin Anderson was the Class 5 Player of the Year. Many other local stars played in the Mid-Missouri All-Star game in Eldon today. Just the seniors in this one. Hickman's Jarvis Jennings with a deep 3, and he's playing the guitar in the celebration. On the other end, Sturgeon's Kenny Stone with the great pass to Moberly's Braden Wheatridge for the lay-in. Then it's the Rockbridge State Championship duo combining Jamonte Black to Quentin Brown for the dunk. A real fun way for them to end their careers. The girls also playing in the Mid-Missouri All-Star game. Jefferson City's Micah Lithicum got off to a great start. Check out this nice spin move and the finish. She's going to be a future Mizzou Tiger next year. Hickman's Emma Chapman will head to Kansas State as here. She knocks down the 3 ball, but it was New Bloomfield's Samantha Haas who stole the show. She was the game MVP with 17 points as their team won by 5. Moving on to the dunk contest, it came down to 2 Rockbridge players. DeJuan Harris with a left-handed windmill right here. They got all 8s from the judges, which included former Mizzou Tigers Jordan Geist and Kevin Purrier. But it wasn't good enough. Harris would go down to his teammate Quentin Brown, who spins and throws down the powerful jam. A 10 and 2 9s for Brown, and he wins the slam dunk contest. And before that, we had the 3-point contest. Blair Oak star Haley Rackers put on a show, making 3 after 3 after 3. She even got a few kind rolls in this one. Rackers was the girls' winner. On the boys' side, South Callaway's Trayson Gray started off hot, making 10 out of 15 threes in the first round and carried that momentum into the championship, taking home the boys' title. Then Rackers and Gray went head-to-head to see who would be the overall winner, and Gray took that title home as well, finishing up with a hot final rack. Congrats to all our players on their great high school careers. Moving to hockey, home ice is supposed to make a difference, but that hasn't been the case in the Blues and Jets series. St. Louis took both games in Winnipeg. The Blues back home and looking to take a 3-0 series lead. The Blues with a 7-game home winning streak, and they get off to a good start. David Perron with a slap shot for the opening goal. The Jets scored 3 goals in the second period, but the Blues come right back in the third period power play. Vladimir Tarasenko scores to make it 3-2. But from there, it was all Jets. The Blues lose 6-3, but still have a 2-1 lead in the series. Game 4 is Tuesday night in St. Louis. Moving to St. Louis baseball, the Cardinals and Reds played in Mexico today. Top first, Marcell Ozuna goes to the opposite field, and it's into the bullpen for a 3-run homer. He was just getting started. Later in the inning, Tyler O'Neill destroys the ball. This towering shot's way gone for a solo homer to make it 4-0 St. Louis. Heading to the 7th, 4-4 game now and more power. Matt Carpenter to left center, and that would go just over the wall for another homer. A 5-run 7th for the Cards was the difference in this one. Ozuna hit his second home run of the game in this one. He also had 4 RBI. The Cardinals win 9-5, splitting the 2-game Mexico series. The Cards are back in the USA and will play in Milwaukee tomorrow night. And how about this? After dropping 10 straight games, the Royals looking for a 3-game sweep of the Indians. Casey down 3-0, but bottom second, Lucas Duda with a rocket that goes into the bullpen for a 3-run homer, and we're tied at 3. Later in the inning, Whit Merrifield just recently lost his 31-game hitting streak, but now he's up to 3 games in a row with a hit as this solo homer gives the Royals a 4-3 lead. This was a wild game. 8-all in the 9th, runner on third, and Hunter Dozier rips the ball down the left field line. It's a walk-off winner. The Royals take it 9-8 and sweep the Indians. Former Mizzou Tiger and 3-time Cy Young winner Max Scherzer on the mound against the Pirates. Scherzer struck out 7 batters and allowed 3 runs over 8 innings. He gets a no decision. The Nationals bullpen let him down in the 9th. The Pirates win it 4-3. Finishing with the Masters, Tiger Woods in his Sunday red came in 2 shots off the lead and in the hunt. Tiger played some great golf, shooting a final round 70. Check out this beautiful approach shot on 7, putting it right next to the hole that would set up a birdie. Moving to the 15th hole, Tiger taps in for another birdie right here, and he would take sole possession of first place at 13 under. Tiger holds out an 18, finishing at 13 under. Woods wins the 2019 Masters by 1 stroke. It's his first major win in 11 years and his 15th overall. As watch this, Tiger hugs his son in joy. So what a comeback for Woods. American comeback story.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who wouldn't necessarily be golf fans were watching today just because they knew it was
just for
getting
Tiger.
crazy.
Just for Tiger.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
He reels in all the casual fans.
Absolutely.